I mean, I literally couldn't even get the second rod out. Got him right there. But dude, perfect walleye to start the afternoon. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. Where are we? What are we doing today? Well, I'm on a bit of a road trip following a whole bunch of shield seminars in which I have to do. And it's been a lot of fun seeing some of you guys. But these shield seminars have led us into the great state of North Dakota. Did a seminar 2 days ago in Fargo. Did a seminar yesterday in Grand Forks. Have a seminar coming up in a couple days in Bismarck. So it gave us a little opportunity to travel a little bit farther west than I normally go and do some walleye fishing. So that's what we're doing today. Middle of the day now. Did not get as early of a start as I wanted to. Had some editing to do to finish up the last video. But here we are. It's kind of the afternoon bite now. And we're hoping we're gonna catch some nice walleyes, number one. Number two, we're hoping to showcase, obviously one cool part about my job is I get to kind of play with some new tackle, right? And there's one that I've been playing with for quite a bit from spring into the early summer. And this presentation very much excels in the early summer and seems to be kind of a staple that we get to kind of introduce to you guys today. And we're gonna get them encoded down to start here. I already have a couple of rods rigged up. I'm at least that prepared, right? But we're gonna get them encoded down and we might do a mixture of trolling and casting with the same bait, some trolling, casting, and jigging with the same bait. What bait is that? I have one in my pocket right here. It's about to go on a rod. This is the Kalen's search bait. Take a look at it. Let's open it up here real quick, kind of show you what it is, what it's about. So this is actually a tungsten bait. Tungsten jig on here, right? I'm gonna pop this open because what it comes with and how it's built is very unique, I would say. So let's get this out of here. All right, so here's the bait. Comes in this little package right here. Comes with a slow death on it, just like that right there. And this is obviously, you know, just like your average slow death hook right here. Also comes with a straight shanked hook. Both these hooks are very strong, very durable, which is always a good thing when you start fishing new bait. Tungsten head, so at a very slim profile, this bait's gonna fish a little bit more finessey than a solid lead head bait. That was a really cool thing as well. Number two, it's got this like custom spinner on here, which spins extremely freely. I mean, you can see barely tap this thing and it just kind of does its thing, right? Swivel in there, a couple beads, and obviously this is meant to be paired with a lot of different things, like live bait, a plastic, a leech, a crawler. On the straight shank one, you can put a minnow on it. Very intriguing bait. Now, playing around with this, I've caught fish in rivers on this, lakes on this, trolling it, casting it, jigging it, live bait, plastics, you name it. Today we kind of get to showcase it a little bit, but I'll link it down below because this is definitely one you guys are going to see me fishing a lot this year. Link it down below if you want to check them out. It's two sizes, 1/4 and 3/8, one for kind of shallower water, one for kind of deeper water. We'll probably use both today. Very intriguing bait that's been catching a lot of fish. We hope to kind of play around with it a little bit today, get a little bit more used to it and kind of show you guys how I've been fishing it. But for now, we don't have any live bait in the boat. Per usual, a lot of times we don't. So I just have some crawler, leech, imitation stuff on here. And I'm gonna start out just with that. Maybe we'll start out, I don't know, we'll just start fishing and see what happens, I guess, right? So the way this bait's designed, and we'll get some close up in the water footage, it can be trolled, right? This can essentially take the place, and this was the intriguing part about this. Most time if you're gonna pull a spinner rig, you need a bottom bouncer or some form of weight, and it's a lead weight and it's relatively bulky. With this, it's a very slim profile tungsten head. So it's gonna achieve a lot more depth than just, like the same size lead weight, just because of the resistance it's gonna have. So we're literally just gonna pitch this behind the boat, start pulling it around just like we would a spinner, and just kind of showcase like how easy and simple it is to basically catch a fish on this bait. It's one of those baits that is definitely seems like so far in the amount of time I've had to play with it, it's gonna be a very universal fit for a lot of different situations in the summer time frame. Oh my goodness, dude, look at this. I mean, I literally couldn't even get the second rod out. And you guys saw how much effort I put into that. I just bombed it behind the boat, put the trolling motor in gear, and we already got a fish on. And this has been my experience with this bait, is that it is very fishy, number one. And number two, it's like unbelievably simple to fish in a number of different ways. Jig it, reel it, or troll it. And this is just a fake, an artificial crawler on here. So you can imagine if we actually had live bait, right? Where you at, bud? It's feeling like a nice fish. I mean, we are literally like 15 seconds into starting. I don't know. Oh yeah, it's a real nice walleye. Oh man, sometimes you couldn't even, like, if you were to write a script, you couldn't even write it any better, could you? Come here, buddy. Look at that guy. Wow. Was that the fastest, easiest walleye you've ever seen caught? Oh man. All right, we'll give you guys a look here and kind of show you, a lot of times these fish are eating spinners. You don't want to like do a big swinging hook set in it. So you can literally pull this bait just like you would a spinner rig, right? Just without all the clunky bottom bouncers and things of that nature. He's hooked just perfect right there. We'll get him popped off. And there we go. I mean, that is our setup right there. Fake worm. That's the 3/8 ounce one because I'm fishing in about 12 feet of water right now and I was gonna kind of troll pretty quick. But dude, perfect walleye to start the afternoon. Wow, and that just literally took 0 minutes of fishing. We'll try to get started again, I guess, huh? We'll do the same thing. We'll haphazardly toss it out there, kick the trolling motor in gear at like 1.5, throw it in the rod holder, and away we go. Let's do it again. Well, there we go. That's a good example right away of kind of how this bait's been fishing. And I'm glad I figured like when we just have like the right day where I'm not like running all around crazy, we'll just film a bunch of stuff on this and see what happens. And that was about as good as it gets right there. Oh, right there, fish on. Smoked it, dude. I mean, absolutely hammered that thing. Just sitting in the rod holder. How far back are we putting it? A cast length. And that seems to be effective. But the one thing this bait will do is, obviously, if it gets down on the bottom, then it's just kind of like trudging the bottom. We're just kind of fishing like a big flat, 10, 12 foot flat. It's feeling like a really nice fish here. And as long as it's kind of down there, 5, 6, 7 feet, that's pretty much good enough when you're fishing. A lot of these big flats, fish will kind of get up a little bit higher, especially if there's a little bit of wind. This fish is doing nothing, which is telling me he's probably a really good one. And I feel like the freak out is about to happen here, which we just want to make sure we got a loose enough drag. Dude, look at this thing. It's just in deadlock. There's a big head shake. Oh yeah, another really nice walleye. Angry walleye. Come here, buddy. He's feeling very tricked right now. Come on. Whenever you're fishing like a spinner rig or like this kind of bait and just gonna throw it in a rod holder, dude, are we doubled up? Yep, we're doubled up right there. Okay, things are gonna get a little crazy here. That one might just come off because we're going so slow. But let's go ahead and net this guy here. There we go. Nope, that one is still on. You want to talk about getting hectic, man. This is it right here. Oh man, all by ourselves, trolling our 2 rods, and not a very complicated pattern, right? Now we were doing this same thing the first time I was playing with this bait this summer, back up in northern Wisconsin, and we were just going right down weed edges and just putting a leech on here and then pitching it behind the boat and kind of like hand pulling it. But it's such a good universal presentation. Dude, we just got twins here. Oh, one's a little bigger than the other one. Are we having fun? How good is this, man? How good is this? 2 spinning rods, 2 search baits in the net, 2 nice walleyes in the net too. Wow, this is ridiculous, man. This is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how you could script it any better than that right there. Some days the fish get the script and they do exactly what I want them to do. And they're doing it right now. I mean, that is too good, man. Just absolutely smashing them. Absolutely smashing them. See you later. See you later. 2-for-1 special. And like I said, I'll go ahead and link this bait down below because there's some things where I just get in my hands and I'm like, oh, this is a good fit, right? This just feels right. And a lot of times those baits just go like absolutely ballistic for good reason. But better late than never if you feel like this is a useful presentation for you. Oh my goodness, dude. I literally cannot keep fish off. It's feeling big. It's feeling big. Come here, buddy. And I've kind of been trying to slowly piece a dive curve together for this bait. So for the 3/8, kind of what I've found is that at that standard kind of 1.2 miles an hour, kind of like a good cast length out, you're gonna be about 10 feet down generally. And obviously you can kind of, the faster you go, the more that bait's gonna pull up, but it'll dive a little bit faster than lead because it is tungsten, which is nice for just getting down quick. Or if we're gonna like, which we will do in the summer, like put these on like a planer board. Oh dude, it's super nice. Well, geez, man. Super nice fish. Got all rattled there for a second. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Look at him, man. Wow, we are having an absolute blast. Just crushing them, dude. I mean, we've literally been filming for, I'll bet, 15 minutes. I mean, this is just how it's going, right? Get you popped off. They're all hooked just right in the corner, just like you would with like a spinner rig. And those fish kind of come up, they eat the bait and they kind of swim with it for a little bit, and then that rod just kind of loads up. Get you popped off. Hooked very good though. There we go. Wow, dude. Unbelievable. Super fun day. Look at that guy. They're all just butterballs. Super fat North Dakota walleyes right there. Oh man, I missed that one. Oh, he came back. He came back. He couldn't say no to it. Oh man, literally just let that last fish go over there. This one bounced as I was kind of like turning this way, so this rod didn't have like the full amount of tension on it it normally does. So the fish popped off, but he literally could not say no to the search bait. Came right back on it. Feeling all right, feeling all right. I don't think it's gonna be like our biggest one of the day. Super nice fish though. Dude, they're all just fat and chunky, and I'm loving it. Now, obviously, trolling's not the only way to fish this bait. So maybe we'll just do some running around and kind of cast it a little bit. You can cast it, jig it, and I mean, kind of the options are endless with it. But a lot of times, like if you're doing a situation like this, where fish are a little bit more spread out on a flat, unless you're seeing like really big pods of just a lot of fish all lumped up together, you know, it makes more sense just to take the search bait and just bomb it behind the boat and just start trolling. But if you get in a situation where obviously you're just seeing like, man, all the fish are just right there on that little shoreline point, then it obviously makes more sense to cast it. The nice part is you can do both with it, right? Used to just cast a lot of spinner rigs, and that was kind of always painful just because it'd loop up around a lot on the line, because essentially you'd have a bullet weight up above the spinner rig, where this is just all kind of built into one, so you can kind of do a little bit of everything with it. It's out of control, you guys. It's out of control. I'm literally just trying to get to the point where I can go cast now that I've seen a few fish here. And we're having a tough time just not catching them. Unbelievable, man. We are having a good time, that is for sure. I have no idea how many fish we've caught. What's the camera say? 37 minutes. I mean, this is like about as fast as you can possibly get walleyes to go. I'm gonna spot lock because we're getting kind of shallow here. Nice fish, nice fish. There we go, man. Seems like white is probably the second best color. but it has been catching fish as well. I'll get you popped off there, bud. There we go. Another nice walleye. One of the keys to making this crawler really swim is, see how I got this threaded, how half that swivel is visible? If I thread it up over the whole swivel, it's not gonna rotate because that swivel can't move. So you want to have it just like with the top of that swivel showing. So I'll thread it up over that whole thing like that, over the split ring, over the swivel, just so it can turn and then be very tight and compact like that. I honestly cannot even begin to describe to you guys how much more enjoyable fishing big water is in this boat. It is like zero comparison to my previous boats. Obviously it's not like ridiculous out here today, but you know, we just made a 2-mile run and you know, pretty good chop, and it's just unbelievably comfortable. You got trim tabs to avoid spray. The hull naturally just doesn't really spray much anyways, but unbelievably night and day difference in the Warrior. Got him right there. Wow, dude, first cast. Feeling like a good fish too. Feeling like a real good fish, right as I kind of stalled him out. Whoa, geez, man. Is it a walleye? These North Dakota walleyes get crazy, dude. Absolutely crazy. Jeez, man. Where are you at, bud? Oh yeah, nice walleye. He's smaller than you would think based on the way I'm fighting this fish. But still a nice one. There we go, man. Well, obviously it works casting too. That is for sure. And generally the casting, it's almost so easy you can't mess it up, right? That's kind of how I'll kind of try to describe that. Cast, reel. It's almost like replaceable for a crankbait. Think of all the situations where like you'd fish a crankbait, but like maybe the fish are just like want the kind of like the live bait, a little bit more spinner riggy option. And the spinner rig's just always a good option, pretty much the whole month of like June, basically, June, July. And the main thing is with this, when you cast it out, it goes just a country mile because it's like heavy tungsten. And it's almost just like a tungsten bullet, right? So you can cast it a really long ways. Generally, I'll just let it kind of kiss bottom and I'll just kind of engage the reel, almost just like you're pulling a spinner. Sometimes you can, I mean, that spinner on there, that blade's kind of always moving, so you can kind of like pop it, start it. As it falls, it's still spinning. So it's got kind of a lot going on. You can do a lot of stuff with it. I mean, you could probably even take this thing and just kind of like jig it back to the boat too, because that thing is always spinning on there. But super simple way to fish. You almost so simple you can't mess it up, right? Right there. Fish on. Oh man, that bite never gets old. Dunk. And then the rod just kind of folds up and then you just kind of do that swing into them. Absolute bomb of a cast right there. But man, there are some fish up here as well. Oh yeah, super nice walleye here. Get ready for the boat side freak out. Back the drag off. Do everything right. Come on, buddy. Come on. Casting, there it is. Casting definitely more fun than trolling, although the bait seems to be equally as effective doing both. Come here, bud. Come here. We're just gonna scoop you up real quick, show you off. Jeez, man, these things are just wild out here, dude. Look at that. It's like a 22-inch fish, and I'm struggling to corral him. How you gonna beat it, man? That is a good day of fishing, a good hour and a half of fishing, I would say. Unbelievable. Every fish came on basically either white or that parrot, although there is a bunch of other colors to it, and a fake crawler on the brand new, come here, buddy, we just got to get a good hold on you. The brand new Kalen's search bait, man. Very powerful tool if you can't tell, and I really love this bait. It's just one of those like very universal ways to fish. and we're just clocking them. I mean, how many do you want to catch at this point, right? Pretty crazy bite for sure. See you later, buddy. I'll let you go. Back she goes. Well, that was fun. I don't know if there's much else to say or if we just wrap it up there. We did the trolling, did the casting. We've only been casting for about 10 minutes now, but obviously catching fish doing this as well. And like I said, for anybody interested, I'll link this bait down below. I imagine I had a lot of people message me about this bait because a lot of times something new comes out. People say, like, hey, Tom, have you fished this? What are your thoughts? And I just wanted to make sure like I had enough time to play with it and really see like where it shined and things like that before I kind of did a video or made comments on it. But it's a killer presentation, obviously, and I'll go ahead and link it down below. But appreciate you guys watching this one. For all you Walleye Now users, I'll be back out here a couple more days, so I'll definitely make an app video where we're fishing, what we're doing, structure we're looking at, everything like that. Really kind of wanted to do a lot of presentation heavy stuff in this one because we'll be here for a couple days. So if we did the whole kit and caboodle, the whole shebang, you know, pull the curtains, let's go home, right? But so we'll do a bunch of that stuff in tomorrow's video and the next video if we're lucky enough to catch some more fish. But I appreciate you guys watching this one. Stay tuned for more content. We'll see you next time.